Most men will never learn this. Not from school, not from their fathers, and definitely not from modern dating advice. Women don't become obsessed with the men who chase them. They become obsessed with the men whose attention they can't fully secure. And here's the secret biological reality. The female brain is wired to fixate on uncertainty, tension, and emotional contrast. Today, you're going to learn why a woman's nervous system reacts more powerfully to a man who is calmly unavailable than to a man who gives her the world. Most men misunderstand the psychology of female attraction because they listen to words, not signals. She says, "I want a guy who communicates. I like a man who's open with his feelings. Just be yourself." But her behavior tells a different story. You text her instantly. She pulls away. You're always available. She gets bored. You give her everything she says she wants. She loses interest. Why? Because availability isn't attractive when it comes from insecurity. Attention isn't valuable when it's too easy to obtain. And validation isn't exciting when it demands nothing in return. Most men fail not because they're bad guys, but because they don't understand the ancient female attraction instinct still operating under the surface. If you want to understand why women become obsessed with men who appear to ignore them, you need to understand the evolutionary triggers, the dopamine uncertainty loop. When a man isn't constantly available, a woman's brain enters a state of anticipation. Why didn't he respond yet? What is he doing? Does he even care? This uncertainty increases dopamine, the same chemical behind cravings, addictions, and fixation. But here's the key. Dopamine spikes when rewards are unpredictable. Your attention becomes a variable reward, and that makes it psychologically powerful. This isn't about manipulation. It's about not drowning a woman in validation she hasn't earned. Evolutionary selectiveness. For hundreds of thousands of years, women survived by choosing men who demonstrated focused discipline, purpose, social value, impulsive control. A man who is overly available signals the opposite. I have nothing else going on. My attention is cheap. But a man who is selective, a man whose time must be earned, he signals value. And biologically, value creates attraction. Ignoring her isn't the point. The point is that your life, your mission, and your focus come first. That's what her instincts respond to. Emotional contrast. Women don't fall for men who make them feel one emotion. They fall for men who make them feel a range of emotions: calm, excited, secure, curious, close, slightly uncertain. This contrast activates deeper emotional bonding circuits in the female nervous system. When a man occasionally pulls away, not in a cruel way, but in a focused, purpose-driven way, he creates a natural emotional cycle that deepens her attachment. Not because you're ignoring her, but because you're not dependent on her for your emotional stability. And that, to a woman, is magnetic. Before I reveal the final psychological trigger, the one most men overlook, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. This channel isn't basic dating advice. It's high-level male psychology, female instinct decoding, and the hidden biological realities modern men never hear. If you want an advantage in dating, attraction, and masculine self-control, this is where you'll get it. Learn this or stay frustrated. Let's continue. The final trigger, the self-control advantage. There's a reason women pursue men who show emotional detachment. Self-control signals power. In every mammal species, the male who can control his impulses rises to the top. He protects better. He provides better. He leads better. He doesn't crumble under pressure. When a man isn't chasing, when he isn't begging for attention, when he isn't emotionally chaotic, a woman interprets this as strength, not because he's ignoring her, but because he's in control of himself. And here's the truth most men don't want to hear. If you can't control your attention, you can't control your life. And if you can't control your life, you can't lead a relationship. Women feel this instinctively. That's why they become obsessed with the men who are selective, the men who are focused, the men who don't collapse into emotional neediness. It's not the ignoring, it's the inner stability that the ignoring represents. So here's the ultimatum. You have two paths. Path A, stay the same. Keep chasing, keep over-texting, keep giving attention that hasn't been earned, and you'll stay frustrated, confused, and invisible. Path B, level up, build discipline. Become mission-driven. Be selective with your attention. Stay emotionally grounded, and women will naturally become more attracted, more invested, and yes, and sometimes obsessed. Not because you're playing games, but because you've aligned yourself with the biological reality of attraction. If you choose Path B, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and stay tuned for the next video. You're not here to be average. You're here for mastery, and this is only the beginning.